another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you, and I hope that today has gone well for you. Today is June 14th, 2024. It's about 6:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope you had a good day at work. I hope that you had a good day overall. Hope that this work week has been productive for you, and I hope that it's not been stressful. So for me, I'm doing good. I just got done working not too long ago. Nothing out the ordinary. Just another day at work. No, nothing extraordinary happened. Just another day to make money, to keep a roof over my head, to keep on surviving and thriving. I'm just playing, y'all, but let's get straight into this video. The topic of this video: why I will never eat meat again. Right? And somebody left me a comment, or there's been a few people that left me a comment wanting me to talk more about veganism, my choices on what I eat and don't eat, why I'm a vegan, and things of that nature. And so I want to do one video about just why I don't eat meat and why I will never eat meat again. And I will say my next video will be talking about me going vegan. And I've actually done a few videos about this before, but I haven't done them recently. And I know there's been new subscribers to the channel, and so this video will answer some of the questions that I've gotten in the comments. This one and the one I'm gonna upload probably on tomorrow afternoon or evening. But this video I'm gonna talk about why I will never eat meat again. And for me, it's pretty simple. First and foremost, a lot of the meat that you see on the grocery store shelves, right? You walk into your local grocery store, you walk into the meat section or the deli section, you're gonna see all kind of meat, right? Ham, turkey, bologna, sandwich meat slices, deli meat. You're gonna see all these meats, and a lot of times that meat, it came from that animal, right? It came from an animal that was raised in horrible conditions. It was raised very unnaturally. It was given an unnatural diet, right? They had little to no space to move around. They were just they just weren't treated right. And this is the way that human beings wanted it. Well, the human beings that set up these factory farms wanted it, because turns out if you give chickens, pigs, cows little to no room to move around, and you just huddle them all up in one huge factory farm, the more money you can make. And of course the demand is there, right? And so you look at how they were raised. It's quite alarming. It's quite disturbing. It's quite messed up. It's actually very messed up the way it was raised. And many times people will choose meat to buy, but they're not thinking about whether that meat was raised correctly or not. Was it given a natural diet? Was it, did they give it a whole bunch of antibiotics, right? Was the animal sick, right? Many people don't think about these things. And I just didn't realize the extent of this problem until I watched a few documentaries on it. And I looked at the fact that a lot of these places, they don't want you going in there with just a regular camera. Like a lot of these documentaries, you'll notice that they're using a hidden camera to get the footage to put on these documentaries, right? Like it ain't some regular TV camera a lot of times that you're seeing. And I've noticed that with the documentaries I watch. So many of these places, they don't want it to be wide knowledge on how these animals were raised. And I knew that I had to stop eating meat because a lot of times I didn't know where that meat came from, right? And I know people are going to say, oh, you can buy the kind that says grass-fed or, no antibiotics, etc. on the packaging. But, I mean, how do we really know that that's true? And I heard the what do you call it? The guidelines to where, you have to follow certain guidelines to put these certain sayings on the packaging, like grass-fed and stuff like that. I've heard the guidelines aren't very strict, right? And that, for me, that's a problem. And so I just said, you know what, for me, that's one major reason that me personally, had to stop consuming meat. I knew that I had to make a change in life from eating meat, right? I'll tell you another reason. Another reason is because this is just my personal experience, and this was very prevalent for me after I went vegan. Many people say that meat tastes good, right? It tastes good on a burger, right? On a sandwich, on, barbecue with barbecue sauce and everything. But what I find is that many people have to put lots of seasoning on meat, salt, seasoning, barbecue sauce. You have to cook it till it's like well done, in the oven and all that, in order for you to actually enjoy it, right? I find that a lot of times, if you were to ask somebody to just eat meat, like cook it with no seasoning, no nothing, just cook it and eat it, most people aren't going to want it because they're not going to like the taste, right? And so you are essentially at a point, for most people, they're at a point where they have to have some kind of seasoning or salt or sauce on the meat in order to eat it, right? I mean, just think about wings. Chicken wings with no seasoning, no salt, no sauces to dip it in. Most people are not going to want those chicken wings because they're not going to taste good. Right? They're not going to taste right. Right? And so what I find is that people more or less like the flavor of the sauces and the seasonings along with the texture, not necessarily the meat itself. Because I remember I ate like a meat substitute, what was it called? Jackfruit. And it was like a jackfruit burger, and it was supposed to be kind of like a substitute for like, what kind of meat was it? But anyway, they used jackfruit in place of meat, and they made sloppy joe, right? And it was good. It tasted kind of like meat. It had that texture and it had that flavor because they added a bunch of seasonings and salt and everything, and it did the job. It tasted sort of like meat. And I was like, wow. So I've been eating meat the whole time. And if I wanted... Oh, and another example is cauliflower wings. Cauliflower can mimic the texture of meat, right? You can cook the cauliflower with a bunch of seasonings and salt and sauces and stuff, with barbecue sauce and everything, and it will literally taste mostly like a wing. And I was like, wow. And that was something that was eye-opening to me, that wow. So it's really just the texture. It's not necessarily the meat itself that people like. The texture along with the flavorings, the seasonings, the salt. That's what people like. It's not the meat itself. Right? And then, with meat, humans have to cook meat as well. Like, think about this too. Most people aren't going to eat raw meat. They're going to cook it, and for good reason, because you can get different things, different parasites. You can get sick from eating just completely raw meats, straight from an animal. And so humans, we cook it. But no other creature in nature cooks their meat. They just eat it straight raw, right? Because, and that can actually be used to make that argument that eating meat for humans isn't necessarily natural, because if you eat raw meat, if you eat enough raw meat, it'll eventually make you sick from something that's in the meat. That's why we have to cook it. But no other creature in the world cooks their meat. They just eat it raw, right? A lion in the wild eats meat raw. They're not cooking it on a stove in an oven. Think about that. And so I think about that too. Like, we can make the argument that it's not even natural. I just think, and here's another reason. I think that in this day and age, it's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary to eat animals, right? With these factory farms and everything, they're bad for the environment. They're bad for, they're just not good, right? People love meat, and you know, they have to build these factory farms all over, and it's just not good. It's not healthy to have all those animals just huddled up in like one environment like that, right? So that's something else to think about. That's another reason I said I'll never eat meat again. And so I'm trying to think of some other reasons. Those are the main ones I had. Just the fact that the animals aren't raised correctly. The taste of meat really isn't what I found that I liked, and I found that most people just like the texture of it, plus the flavorings and seasonings. The fact that we just don't need meat in today's, we don't need to eat animals in today's modern society, right? These are just some of the reasons why I will never eat meat ever again, and why I became a vegan. Why I decided enough is enough. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep consuming animals, knowing how badly they were mistreated in these factory farms. I knew I had to make a change, right? And so I went vegan. And like I say, this is just my perspective. I understand that many people have their own perspective. They may disagree, and that's okay. We all have our own perspectives. But these are just my personal reasons why I decided that I will never eat meat again. You know? And so, yeah, that's about it for this video. Next video, I'm going to talk more about veganism, my journey on veganism, advice for people that are trying to go vegan, right? Like I said, I have old videos about this, but I want to make these, just for people that are new subscribers to the channel, and they may be on a vegan journey. They may be trying to go vegan. Now, what I will say is that everyone's different, right? I know there's going to be many people that say, you know what, I'm going to keep eating meat. I don't care. Everyone's different, and that's something that I realize as well. But I'm just saying, this is what worked for me. Going vegan, why I went vegan, right? I know there's going to be people that say, oh, you can't get vitamin B12 from plants, or vitamin D3, etc. Me personally, I supplement those. I buy a high quality vitamin that I take every day to supplement for those vitamins. And like I say, this is just what works for me. Everybody's different. Everybody can choose any diet that you really want. But I'm just giving my perspective. And there may be people that are on the same journey as me as far as veganism. And I'm hoping that this video helps them out. Right? But that's just me. And that's my perspective on it. And thanks for watching this video. And I'll probably be uploading, like I say, tomorrow. It'll be something about veganism and my journey and some advice for people that are on the same journey. But with that, thanks for watching. Have a good Friday and a safe Friday and a safe weekend. Yeah, tomorrow's a weekend too. I forgot to tell you all to have a good weekend. Go out. Enjoy life. You got 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Make the most of those 2 days. You gave the corporation Monday through Friday. Give yourself Saturday and Sunday to improve your life, to improve your situation, to improve mentally, improve spiritually, right? Physically, exercise, right? Improve something about your life financially. Find a side hustle. Saturday and Sunday, those are the 2 days that you have to better yourself, better your situation. And that's what I want you to do. Saturday and Sunday, or whenever you're off, take the opportunity to better your situation, right? Think about that. Side hustle, exercise, travel, something that's going to better you. You're better in the corporation Monday through Friday. Use this weekend to better yourself. I want you to think about that. Right? But anyway.